Okay, welcome. It's Ryan Rockwood with Virtual Results in video 3 of how to use Yoast. Okay, so we've entered in the focus keyword here, told it what we want to rank for, and it said, well, better stick it in the title. Now, this title right here will override this title, but only for search engines. So if we have a really snappy title here, we can override it here with something for the search engines. It's not always necessary if you write a good title up here, but we'll humor the plugin. So we'll say Washington, D.C. homeowners, FHA policy benefits. Okay? And down here in the meta description, Alright, so now we've gone and written the description. This is a description that will show up for the search engines. That's all. It's called a meta description. We've got a snippet preview of how it's going to look. It's looking good there. Now, it's a little bit of a concern for us that the focus keyword is not in the URL. So let's go up there, and you can see that it has the old title there, so it's not super clear. So we can just go up in here and paste this in, hit OK, and we'll be good to go on that perspective. And in the content, they're making a point. Hey, you don't have it in the content. It's a good idea, and so we'll go and we'll put it somewhere in the content. Okay, so I just worked hard to make it natural, put it in here. I'm going to hit Save as Draft so that I can get this thing to update. So now I'm all green. So good deal. It's just a checklist, in other words. The plugin itself doesn't do anything magical, but it does give us a convenient checklist to get done some of the SEO basics. Okay. Additionally, I can go to Page Analysis, or I can just go up here to this SEO, run a check, and it says your keyword density is a little bit low, but we did find it one time in the article. Says you're writing a little bit difficult to read. Try shorter sentences. That's makes sense. The subheading like H2s don't appear in the copy, so that is one thing I can address. I can come in here and say something like this, and instead of bolding it, I can do what's called an H2 or an H3. Now don't do an H1 because the title itself is the H1, and H1 tells the search engine it's the most important thing. So I'm going to make that an H2, and do something like that just so it looks legit. Save as draft. And if this page doesn't update, it did in this case, but if it doesn't, don't be concerned about it. The point isn't to make this go green. Sometimes you have to save or publish to get it to update. Don't worry about that. The point is to use these as a guideline to help you get some basics down. Keyword here, keyword here, keyword here, keyword in the meta description. These are basic stuff, but it's a really nice checklist to have handy. Okay. Additionally, we can even add some meta keywords. It doesn't worry about that because Google doesn't worry about that, but Bing does. So what the heck? Washington D.C. homeowners, Washington D.C. And this is where you can do FHFA. Without the keywords, it doesn't really matter because it's not going to hurt you if you start ranking for it. It just doesn't want it. You don't want it to be your primary goal. Okay. So now I'm going to save draft, and I'm going to come over here to the Advanced tab. The only thing I want to mention here on this tab is this 301 redirect. If you ever have a page you're thinking about deleting, maybe you made a better page, enter in the new page here. It's just a better SEO practice. That way you won't have page not found error. Additionally, we've got a social tab that you shouldn't have to mess with typically. And that's it. The point of this is just to go green on all your posts and pages. You go green according to this, and you will certainly be 90% of the way there in regards to your SEO. So make that your goal. Every post going forward has to go green. Now, keep in mind, you still have to know what you're doing. If you ranked for Washington, D.C. waffle cones, it's still not going to do your business any good. So you do have to, have the basics down. This is Ryan